Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. Let's get into it because I'm tired. Not to scare anyone, but the year's nearly done. We're coming up to September now, and then it's Christmas, and then it's New Year, and then we're done. And I was looking back at all the products I've already tried this year, and today I wanted to share some of the worst ones I've tried, then the better alternatives that I've actually tried. Disclaimer, none of these are sponsored. Some products might have been gifted, but as we're going to see in this video, just because the product's gifted doesn't mean I have to be nice about it. There's some real shit ones in here. As always, these are products that I personally don't enjoy, and I'm just sharing my own personal experiences with you. So, you know, you get the good and the bad reviews of products online. Let's start off with Bliss Blockstar Invisible Daily Sunscreen. This is a 100% mineral broad spectrum sunscreen. This was not invisible as the name suggests, but for a mineral sunscreen, it was one of the less whitey chalky ones I've used, and that is because it is slightly tinted. However, the tint in the sunscreen matched my skin so perfectly that it was invisible. I just happened to be the exact color of this sunscreen. So they kind of use that to offset the white chalkiness, the ghostly face that you usually get from mineral sunscreens. However, I've seen black creators review this and swatch it, and it's not invisible. Calling a sunscreen invisible is just a lie. And you know, realistically, we don't expect that from a mineral sunscreen. It's going to be a bit chalky whatever happens, but let's not call it invisible, you know? And I do take issue because of how they describe their product. So on their website, it says this silky 100% sheer, it's not, mineral cruelty-free sunscreen blends in effortlessly for superior daily mineral protection and an invisible finish. It's not. It should say it's 100% invisible for people slightly white tanned to white, because any darker than me, no. This does go on great. It goes on very, very good. Not in the beard, but of course I don't expect that from a mineral sunscreen. My big issue with this, other than the word invisible, is the application process. So it completely depends on what products I use as to whether this sunscreen is going to sit well on my skin. If my skin, for example, is too hydrated, even if I've left time for the product to settle on my skin, then go in and use the Bliss sunscreen 1 to 2 hours later, it starts to peel up on my skin, and then comes a reapplication process where the product seems to not sit well with itself. And I know that sounds really weird, but it's almost like the product is fighting against itself to sit on the surface of your skin. So 2 hours later, when I have to reapply my sunscreen, I put this on and it peels up on itself. When I want to apply sunscreen, I don't want to be thinking about the products I can and can't use with my sunscreen. I can't be thinking, oh, is my skin too hydrated? Is this product going to play well with this product? I just don't have time for that faff. My alternative to this product would be one of Ultraviolet's sunscreens, the Clean Screen. Another mineral sunscreen with a slight tint, very slight tint. It goes on pretty much like a chemical sunscreen as far as fluidity and smoothness goes, but of course it's mineral, you're going to get that slight white cast. This is about £10 more expensive as well, but it does feel much better. The reapplication process is better, the application process is better. But if you do know a good affordable mineral sunscreen, please share in the comments down below. I like my chemical sunscreens, I don't really look for mineral filters to be honest with you. But overall I'm very lucky because I'm just on the cusp of tanned. So when I do wear mineral sunscreen, I just look a bit ill instead of like ghostly, you know? But I do feel like when brands make a sunscreen, they need to get over the idea that their sunscreen is invisible because it's got a pigment in it, when that pigment doesn't suit everyone. Bring out a full pigmented range of sunscreens, mineral sunscreens. It's a foundation with SPF in. If you're looking for good skincare and sunscreen reviews for darker skin tones, of course, Ramon here on YouTube does a lot of sunscreen testing. Tamino also does some great overall just skincare content, but also tests out a lot of more affordable, even drugstore sunscreens. I'll link both their channels as a pinned comment, actually. But she does some great sunscreen tests on black skin. This one, of course, didn't pass that test. Let's talk about the Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow Face. Oh, look, another viral TikTok product, which is unsurprisingly not that great. Massively overhyped, but the product isn't bad, but the way that the brand and TikTok is telling us to use it makes it kind of shit. They describe this product as a universal and unique gloss highlighter, and this is when I googled this product and researched into it before I bought it. This is the bit that got me. It says, for an added translucent, poreless effect, apply Gloss Glow Face all over the face, tap on gently and sheer out for a natural finish. So there's me thinking I'm gonna get this like amazing instant, temporary but instant glow, that translucent glowy glass skin. That isn't a real skin type or condition, so it is just a temporary effect, right? I was like, oh, this sounds great. I saw people on TikTok applying a thin layer of it over their face and just glowing, so that's what I did. I applied a very thin layer all over my face using a skincare brush. I was like, this does feel a little bit thick, but let's let it settle. This was me 30 minutes later. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this. I look so sweaty and hot. It looked and felt like Vaseline with glitter in it. There was no natural glow to it whatsoever. That is a thin layer over my skin. This is the thing with things on TikTok, even here on YouTube, is you see it for a little bit. You know, it's like, look at this instant glass effect right after applying the product, but people don't really show it like an hour later, 2 hours later, and it just kind of felt, I had to go wipe it off. I physically could wipe it off my skin, you know? So no, as a finishing product, just on your skin in a thin layer like TikTok is making it out to be great at, isn't so great. For those with even a tiny drop of oil on your skin, I wouldn't bother with this as an all over face thing. They do suggest mixing in with foundation or using it as a primer, or even just using it on like certain bits of your face to highlight. I bet it looks great like that. But if you are after a product that gives you this temporary glow without weighing your skin down in grease or glitter covered Vaseline, then of course Glow Recipes Niacinamide Dewdrops are the ones to go for, because not only does this give you this temporary glass skin glowy look, but it works in the long run as well, because this is an actual skincare makeup hybrid. So we have things like niacinamide in here to help even out your skin tone, hyaluronic acid to actually hydrate your skin. You know, glass skin, glowy skin, translucent skin is all about hydration within, showing on the outside, you know? But yeah, in all fairness, they don't advertise this as that skincare kind of product, but they do recommend applying it all over your face for like a finish, and it just doesn't, no. The next product that I absolutely hate, really dislike, is any reusable cotton pad. I've mentioned this many a time, but I hate reusable cotton pads. They're so shit, oh my god. But I do love the reasoning, you know, save money, save the environment. Even if it's like the little change that you make in your life, at least you're doing something, right? But brands seem to have this obsession with every reusable cotton pad to make it like a washcloth, to make it like a flannel. This obsession with it being super soft, which in turn makes them super absorbent, which is not what we want. We want the product to just hold on to our toner or product for a little bit, then put it back on our face. But these products are so absorbent, they end up just seeping up all your product, and it's a waste of money and it's a waste of product. I've tried so many, so many, no exaggeration. Literally every week in PR, a brand will send me reusable cotton pads, whether it's their own brand or they've teamed up with a brand for the PR kit. I get a new lot every week, and they are all the same. They're all the same. They arrive in those little Hessian bags. All the same. But I have found what is, in my opinion, the most amazing reusable cotton pads. Actually, Bliss sent me this along with some of their products that I do enjoy. This brand is called Last Object, and these are their last rounds. These are reusable cotton pads made from 70% wood fibers and 30% cotton. Whilst the packaging, the little plastic holder for them, is made from 100% renewable materials produced from recycled ocean-bound plastic. They look awful, right? When I first got these out of the box, I was like, what are these? I was like, I don't know what these are. They look scratchy. They look dry as fuck. They look like that like communion bread, you know? The little that I always wanted when I went to church a couple of times. Is it just pita bread? What is communion bread? Is it rice paper? I don't know. But the moment you add your product to the skin, the moment you soak this in a toner, or you wet this to wash away cleanser, it turns into this like bouncy sponge, almost like chamois leather kind of like feeling product that feels so soft on the skin. And yes, whilst it does absorb your product very well and hold on to it, it's got that spongy feeling to it where even with the lightest pressure on your skin just gliding over, that product comes straight out and you're left with pretty much a dry pad, like a normal feeling cotton pad. There's none of that product left in the pad. It's gone on your face where it belongs. I actually keep throwing these away by accident because they feel like normal cotton pads. I do this and I'm like, chuck it, and I keep having to go through my bin to get them back. So yes, I did receive these in PR, but I've actually bought 3 more lots of them because I'm lazy. I can't be bothered to wash them. They're £11 each, so a little bit of an initial investment if you buy a load of them. but these are the last cotton pads I'm going to buy for maybe a year, and then I'll replace them. But they're so easy to clean. You can literally clean them with like how you clean your makeup brushes. You can pop them in a Hessian bag or like a netted bag in the washing machine on high heat. They're really, really good. Like, I really, really like them. I'm so glad I found them. I would recommend washing them first because they stink a little bit when you first use them. But they're so good. So good. I need to show you this. The next product is Nude Sticks and Beauty Magnet 5-in-1 tool set. I need to preface this by saying I'm so grateful to even receive PR as part of my job. I'm so grateful that brands even want to send me stuff. It's a part of my life that I never thought would be a part of my life, you know, and I'm honestly so grateful. But at the same time, what the fuck is this? What is this? This literally looks like Barbie's Swiss Army knife. It's so bad. I remember oh my god, I remember opening the box and literally like backing away from the box like there was a dead body in it. I was like okay, let me explain. According to the Nude Sticks website, the Nude Sticks Beauty Magnet is a patent pending, still the idea now, 5-in-1 magnetized professional skincare tool collection containing a derma roller, a rose quartz face roller, a depuffing eye roller, tweezers for some reason, and a comedome extractor. This is it, right? And they all kind of like magnet together. It's clever. It's clever, right? They say this collection was created as a beautifully simple yet professional solution to organizing your essential must-have skincare tools. They say just as brushes aid in applying makeup, skincare tools make your skin routine more effective. So here's my, not real issue, but my qualms with this. Number one, derma rollers need to be replaced. Cleaned, replaced, sterilized. They need to be stored somewhere sanitary. They're not a product that you clip with other tools and chuck in a drawer somewhere. They're also not recommended to do on your own at home by dermatologists. And Nude Sticks do say you need to replace this head every month, but I do not see an option just to buy a replacement head or any of these separately. And yes, not recommended by dermatologists to do at home, nor are home-ish extractions. This is the smallest roller I've ever seen in my life. It's cute though, and feels cold, the usual. I don't hate this under eye roller. I actually quite like these when I finally do use eye cream, and it's very cooling. Tweezers? As a skincare? I feel like this is just like we need one more tool. What can we do? Tweezers. Why not like a, reusable spatula, you know, to get your product out? Tweezers just feels very like, I don't consider tweezing my eyebrows as part of my skincare routine. Do other people? I don't think so. I get the idea of this, and I like the idea of this. I don't like what is here. I think it would be great if there was more and they were sold separately and you could buy like 5 tools, mix and match. I don't know, it's just, it feels a bit outdated for me. It feels like 2 years too late. Like, we know not to use half these tools. And the only tools that I think are kind of like, we all have our own favorite pair of tweezers. Like, this is horrible to use. It's so like end heavy. And then you're tweezing up here. It's just a pain to use. The only tools I think are somewhat useful if you enjoy kind of like spoiling yourself and massages is this. But you can get some great roller tools that are affordable and bigger than this. Sachu Beauty. Sachu. Amazing. You have the small roller at the end and the bigger one at the top. Amazing quality. And that's the thing, is the quality of these, for me, doesn't match up with the price. This is £80. I think it would have been better to launch better quality individual tools rather than whatever this is. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing. Like, I get it, but also like, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm going away for the weekend, I better take my Swiss Army knife of skincare tools. I don't understand. I guess it's like tidy, but I don't know. Let me know if you think this is useful. Let me know if you use all these and you're glad finally that they could all be stuck together. I don't know. Weird. I find it so strange. So honestly, my alternatives is don't do this. Sachu Beauty, get yourself a good quality one. Whatever tweezers you like, salicylic acid, you know. I don't know. I find this very, very odd. I can't even put it back together now. It's such a faff. Let me know what you think about these products down below, and if you've used any of them, I would love to hear your opinion on them. I'll put some more product reviews here and some more TikTok-y viral stuff here, and I'll see you next time.